$50 billion rural health fund to all 50 states. Don't celebrate yet Trump admin holds the power to claw it back. Listen up, America. The headlines are screaming that the Trump administration just handed out billions from this massive $50 billion rural health transformation program to every single state. All 50 got a piece averaging around $200 million each for 2026, with some getting as low as $147 million and others up to $281 million. It's part of that big reconciliation bill from last year, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, that slashed Medicaid spending by hundreds of billions while throwing this fund in as a supposed lifeline for rural hospitals and clinics. On paper, it sounds huge. $10 billion a year over 5 years starting now in 2026, meant to transform rural health care, keep hospitals open, train workers, and bring better access to folks in the countryside. But hold on tight, because there's a massive catch that nobody should ignore. The administration can claw back that money anytime if states don't play by their rules. That's right, they recalculate awards every year, and if your state doesn't enact the policies they want or follow through on what they promised in their application, poof, funds gone. This isn't real help. It's control dressed up as generosity. Think about what's really going on here. Rural America has been bleeding for years. Hospitals closing left and right, over 300 at risk right now because of those deep Medicaid cuts in the same bill that created this fund. Experts say the cuts could strip $137 billion from rural Medicaid over the decade, hitting providers hard where folks rely on it most. 20% of rural adults and 40% of kids depend on Medicaid or CHIP. Closures mean longer drives for emergencies, no local docs, worse outcomes for heart attacks, strokes, births, you name it. Life expectancy in rural areas already lags behind cities, and this crisis makes it worse. So they dangle this $50 billion like a savior, but it's only about 1.5% of the total bill's cost, and half of it, $25 billion, is discretionary, scored based on how much your state kisses up to their agenda. Half goes equally to every state, sure, but the other half. 50% on ruralness metrics, 30% on your improvement plans, and 20% straight up on state policy actions that align with the administration's priorities, things like their Make America Healthy Again push, maybe tying into SNAP restrictions or other conservative wishlist items, and that clawback. CMS Administrator Mehmet Oz himself said it on calls with reporters. It's not punishment, it's leverage. Leverage for what? To force governors to pass laws the federal government wants, or risk losing millions that rural communities desperately need. Some Democratic states already said no to certain policies, knowing it might cost them funding. Others might cave just to keep the cash flowing. This is coercion, plain and simple. States can't sue over allocations, no appeals, the law bars it. They apply, promise stuff, and if they don't deliver, money yanked, recalculated annually, so the threat hangs every single year. How is that transformation? It's holding rural health hostage to political games. Rural folks voted heavy for Trump, and this is supposed to be payback, but with strings so thick they're chains. Let's break it down further. The money can't just pay bills or build new stuff freely. Rules say it's for sustainable improvements, pilots, workforce, tech upgrades, but limited on uncompensated care or admin costs. Good intentions maybe, but when hospitals are drowning from the Medicaid slashes in the same package, this fund doesn't even cover the hole it helped dig. Analyses show the math doesn't add up. $50 billion over 5 years against massive cuts and years of underfunding. It's a drop in the bucket. Rural advocates cheer the unprecedented size, but they admit it's not enough, and the strings make it risky. Small states get a bigger per-person boost because of the equal split, while big ones like California or Texas get diluted impact. Fair, maybe on paper, but rural needs vary wildly. Picture this in real life. You're in a small town, nearest hospital an hour away already. It closes because reimbursements tank from cuts. Your kid has asthma, your dad needs chemo, now what? This fund promises to stabilize, but if your blue state governor won't bend on some policy, say, food assistance rules or whatever they're pushing, funds clawed back, projects stall, jobs lost, care delayed. Or a red state pushes through controversial changes just to secure the bag. Either way, politics over patience. We deserve better. Rural health shouldn't be a bargaining chip. We need real, unconditional investment, expand Medicaid properly, fund providers fairly, address workforce shortages without threats, tie funding to actual needs and outcomes, not ideology. I'm not buying the spin that this is empowering. It's top-down control from an administration that cut the safety net, then tossed crumbs with conditions. Clawbacks aren't leverage for good, they're a sword over states' heads. If they really cared about rural America, make it block grants with no strings, or better yet, reverse the cuts and build a system that works for everyone. But no, it's reward allies, punish dissenters, all while claiming victory. Wake up, people. This fund is a start, but the devil's in the details, and those details scream manipulation. Rural communities, red, blue, whatever you deserve, secure, reliable health care, not this conditional lifeline that could vanish if politics shift. We have to demand accountability. Push your governors to fight for no-strings money. Tell Congress this isn't enough. Restore cuts, boost real support. Rural lives matter, full stop. No games, no clawbacks. Health care is a right, not a political tool. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Follow so we can stay connected. Your support matters more than you know, and I appreciate every moment you give to listen. Your support is important to me, and it helps me a lot. It keeps me active, bringing you important information with your support and comments, likes, and shares. Feel free to like, support, and subscribe. I will always provide content for you. I appreciate every support you give. Crowning Thoughts, True Speaker, copyright 2025 by Santiago DC Maria, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. I love you all and I appreciate each of you. Stay blessed. Thank you for listening. Love always. Santiago DC Maria.